Imagine holding a device that feels like the future, but handles like an old friend. It's been 100 days since the iPhone 17 Pro Max hit the shelves. The initial explosion of hype has finally cooled down. The flashy YouTube thumbnails are disappearing from your feed. Now we are left with the truth. This isn't just a new shiny thing anymore, it's a daily tool. After 3 months of real-world use, the results are surprising. This phone is a massive departure from everything Apple has done in the last few years. It changes the materials, the shape, and the very way we interact with our screens. But is it actually worth the massive price tag once the excitement fades? Let's start with how this thing feels in your hand. Apple did something brave this year. On paper, the 17 Pro Max is actually thicker, taller, and wider than the 16 Pro Max usually. That's a recipe for a bulky, uncomfortable brick. However, in reality, I didn't even notice the size increase. What I did notice was the comfort. I came from a 14 Pro Max, which was the heaviest iPhone Apple ever made. Even though the 17 Pro Max is physically larger, the rounder corners make it so much easier to handle. It nestles into your palm during those long late-night scrolling sessions. Whether you are watching movies or living dangerously by using it one-handed, it feels lighter and more ergonomic than any Pro Max before it. The weight distribution is spot on, making it feel balanced rather than top-heavy. The biggest shock was the move away from titanium. We all thought titanium was the peak of luxury. But Apple went back to a unibody aluminum frame that wraps around the whole device, including the sides and the camera area. At first, the rumors made me nervous. I thought it would look cheap or dated. But after 100 days, I'm a believer. I chose the silver model to hide potential scratches, and it looks incredibly clean. The two-tone finish on the back has grown on me significantly. But the real reason this change matters isn't aesthetics, it's heat. This phone just doesn't get warm. Aluminum manages heat much better than titanium ever did. Even during 2-hour FaceTime calls or intense gaming, the phone stays cool to the touch. That alone makes the material swap a winning move for anyone who actually uses their phone for heavy tasks. On the back, we have the new camera plateau. It's a wide horizontal section that spans almost the entire width of the phone. It's a smart design because it completely stops the phone from wobbling when it's lying on a desk. It's a small detail, but once you live with a stable phone, you can't go back to the annoying rocking of previous models. The back also features a massive ceramic shield cutout for MagSafe. Apple says this is 4 times more crack-resistant than glass. Since there is less glass on the back overall, the phone feels more durable and rugged. On the front, the display is a masterpiece. We now have a staggering 30,000 nits of peak brightness. This makes using the phone in direct sunlight effortless. You can check maps, send messages, or frame a photo on a bright day without squinting. Plus, the always-on display now drops to just 1 nit, preserving battery while keeping your notifications perfectly visible at a glance. Under the hood, the A19 Pro chip and 12 GB of RAM provide massive headroom. Right now, Apple Intelligence feels a bit like a gimmick. Making custom emojis is fun for 5 minutes, but that's about it. However, that extra RAM is there for the future. With a more personalized Siri on the horizon, this phone is built to last for years. Performance is buttery smooth, and I haven't seen a single frame drop in 100 days. The cooling system is also a hidden hero here. It uses a new vapor chamber with deionized water, which keeps sustained performance very strong. This means the phone doesn't slow down after an hour of use like older models often did. The camera system has seen its biggest jump in years. All 3 lenses, main, ultrawide, and telephoto, are now 40 megapixels. The telephoto lens is a game-changer for content creators. You get crisp 4x and 8x optical zoom that produces usable, professional shots. It is almost impossible to take a bad photo with this device. For video, it is stacked with features like 4K across all lenses, ProRes RAW, and even Gen Lock support. Most people won't use these settings, but it's nice to know your phone isn't the bottleneck for your creativity. The front camera is now 8 megapixels and includes center stage, which tracks your movement during FaceTime calls just like an iPad. It makes video calling feel much more natural and dynamic. Battery life remains solid and reliable. You get about 37 to 39 hours of video playback, depending on whether you have the physical SIM model. It's not mind-blowing compared to the massive leaps we saw years ago, but it easily survives a full day of heavy use. Even with heavy FaceTime use and 5G enabled, I never found myself hunting for a charger before bed. Charging is faster too, hitting 50% in just 20 minutes if you have a 40-watt adapter. Connectivity is handled by the new N1 networking chipset. While I didn't see revolutionary speed increases, the Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6 connections have been rock solid and never dropped once. However, it's not all perfect. My biggest complaint after 100 days has nothing to do with the hardware. It's the software. iOS 26 still feels a bit buggy and rough around the edges. I've experienced random reboots and small glitches that shouldn't exist on a $1,100 phone. It feels like the incredible hardware is being held back by software that needs more polish. I'm really hoping the next update shifts the focus back to stability. The speakers, though, are excellent. They are louder, fuller, and provide a genuine stereo experience that makes watching movies without headphones actually enjoyable. In my opinion, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is the most complete phone Apple has made in a long time. It's powerful, comfortable, and the cooling system is a dream for power users. It feels like Apple finally listened to the complaints about weight and heat. While the software has some catching up to do, the physical device is a masterpiece of engineering. If you can handle the price, it's a device that will easily last you 4 or 5 years. Apple rarely changes the design this drastically, so this look is likely here to stay for the foreseeable future. It is a beast of a machine that finally prioritizes user comfort over just looking premium on a spec sheet. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.